Hi, it's Mine Crypto here. I hope we're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world.
Remember, this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research.
What we've seen is everyone has a friction point and a barrier of interoperability. How do we solve interoperability? How do we make this work within our existing core banking system, with our capital market system? And that's something we solved in 2018. So we're quite ahead of the market to be able to implement interoperable blockchain solutions to coexist with their existing solutions.
Well, hello guys, it's Mine Crypto here. Data is the new oil of the global economy, and data scientists are the talent that provide the ability to extract, refine the new source of value in the new global system. So here we go, guys. Fear and Greed Index. We've got a market cap of around 940 billion, and we're down 0.64 today, and volume up today at 42%, and BT dominance at 0%. And fear and greed is looking is still in fear around about 49. So all in all, pretty much the same as it was yesterday. So let's look at the crypto bubbles. Oh, it's looking rather red today. That's following on from yesterday. And if we have a look at Quant, currently around $102, and we're down 0.1 in the hour, 1.8 in the day. Weekly, we're down 6.7%, and in the month, 5.1. Still up 48.9% in a year. So still a good investment. Remember, none of what I talk about is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. Really important. So going back to data, information is the new oil of the global economy. I think this information really brings it home for me, and actually highlights why Quant is the powerhouse of everything. Because let's be quite honest, it's an overledger and it brings everything together. And if it brings everything together, we're talking about all the blockchains, all the financial system. Basically, for me, it's like a god when it comes to information, because it provides the apparatus to be able to do that. And if we read here, the WEF solidifies the importance of data by continuing. It has become commonplace to refer to data as the new oil of the global economy. Data scientists are the talent that provide the ability to extract, refine, deploy this new source of value in the global economy. This report focuses on data science, among the most competitive skills of the fourth industrial revolution, in collaboration with Burning Glass Technologies, LinkedIn, and Coursera, to shed light on how data science talent is being developed and deployed across today's labour market. In the first wave of digitalisation, data could be seen as purely a byproduct of the functioning digital applications, operating systems and platform. Data is now increasingly recognised as a significant asset, enabling further information across ancillary fields such as artificial intelligence, AI, which can drive the importance of services through process efficiency and deliver better results for customers. The dividends of new sources of data and methods of processing are not limited to the private sector. The public sector increasingly uses data to improve government services, and academia applies new methods to enhance research. Yet the rapid rise in demand for workers with skills in data science has led to a shortfall in data science skills supply and intense competition between industry, academia, and the public sector for such talent. This has created a high premium on such skills and has reduced the capacity of businesses, industries, entire economies to leverage fully the dividend of innovation. So absolutely, we know what we're talking about here. So we're talking about the data. Data is power, is knowledge. Therefore, they can use that data to be able to deliver, when we're talking about everything. Quant will have access to dominating in this arena. by acting as the interoperable solution to all existing and yet to exist blockchains. It will have access to the flow of all data. All data. It brings it all together. It's binding everything. When there is an entity that has the ability to access all data, especially when data is becoming one of the most valuable resources on the globe, I'd always consider that we investigate deeper while the industry grows and the ability for Quant to expand. Quant has the ability to bring massive change to a truly outdated, corrupt financial capital market infrastructure. Quant, as a leader in blockchain to interoperability, truly has uncapped growth potential moving into the future. This is creating the quantum network that connects all consciousness, awareness in one. Now, that's madness. I mean, that goes beyond what we already know, because we know that AI is coming in. This will encapsulate all that information in one, and this is what Quant's all about. It's interoperability, it's binding, it's the glue, it's basically, as I said, the godfather of all blockchains. It brings it all together.
And it seems, when we look at the fourth industrial revolution, that now in technological development, when you look at the S-curve, we are really at the point where we have the exponential development. We see it, just look at the announcements over the last weeks, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and I could go on and on.
Maybe the cloud and mobile took 15 years, and now I think we're talking months, which to me, I think is perhaps the benefit.
So if we go over to look at the WEF website, it says here, we've seen it's used numerous times, from the cover of prominent publications to speeches to Fortune 500 CEOs and world leaders. Data is the new oil. But while data and oil can both generate value, the parallels stop there. Treating data like oil has led some governments to hoard data in silos, locked behind borders. The result, a reduction of both economic and social benefits. There is a fixed amount of oil on our planet to be extracted. Unlike oil, increasing amounts of data are being generated at a pace that's hard to fathom. In the next 2 years, 40 zettabytes of data will be created, an amount of so large that there is no useful framing exercise to demonstrate its size and scope. It's roughly equivalent to 4 million years of HD video or 5 million libraries of Congress. And if we look here, it's madness. If the digital universe were represented by the memory in a stack of tablets, in 2013 it would have stretched 2/3 of the way to the moon. By 2020 there would be 6.6 stacks from the Earth to the moon. That just is unreal. It's unfathomable with the brain to be able to work that out. It's massive. The value of oil comes from its scarcity and the difficulty extracting it from new, untapped locations. However, it is increasingly easy to produce massive amounts of data. For example, data both created and used by autonomous vehicles interacted with connected infrastructure in a smart city. Connected infrastructure. We know where that's coming from. In San Francisco alone, there is 470,000 registered cars, not included buses, motorcycles and other commercial vehicles. If just 25% of those cars were autonomous, the amount of data produced yearly would be the same as 300 million internet users, or roughly all of Twitter. Imagine that scaled to an entire country, and it is easy to understand that data is not short supply. Oil is also a single-use commodity, while data can be reused and shared for new purposes and insight. Recently, data from clinical trials of drugs commonly used to treat heart disease was reused, leading to the discovery of second-hand use for medicine. I mean, this is unbelievable when you think that the reusable aspect of data, the knowledge that can be accrued from data, using the Quant network to bring everything together. Because at the moment, it doesn't. None of the blockchains talk to each other. So when they start talking to each other, using the overledger of Quant, we're going to see some serious movement with regards to technology and where Quant will go over the next 5 to 10 years. Man, this is insane. And what am I talking about? When we talk about the overledger and we talk about blockchain and ISO sharing a drive, now an overview of ISO. So much like roads need traffic lights and modern states would not work without the rule of law. Every important aspect in the fields of technology, economy, healthcare and medicine need ISO standards. These standards declare the correct limits, values, procedures, quality evaluation methods and many others. Now, many of you would have heard of ISO 222, which is a messaging system that is something that blockchains want to comply with. It's a standard. So ISO standards are a key part of society as they ensure quality, safety in both products, services and international trade. But what we're interested in is ISO TC 307. Now, if you've not heard of that, Gilbert Verdian drove the initiative to develop blockchain ISO standard, eventually approved in 2016 as ISO TC 307, blockchain and distributed ledger technologies. 35 countries, organizations were involved in the completion of this project. And as you can see here, there's plenty. So ISO TC 307 currently operates in structured cells that are created and disbanded when needed. And we can go through these. As you can see, the proposal of this standard is standardization of blockchains and distributed ledger technologies to support interoperable and data exchange, among others. This is bringing the blockchains together. Gilbert Verdian is the current chairman of the ISO National Committee of Blockchain in the UK. So, blockchain as the ISO integrator. The paragraphs below provide an example blockchain-based solutions, a company that delivers ISO standards in mutual collaboration. And in 2019, there was a collaboration agreement signing LTO Networks, Rick Smits, and NEN and the Dutch Standardized Institute. By utilizing LTO networks and hybrid blockchain, NEN has become one of the first standardized agencies around the world to store hashes of standardized certificates on the blockchain in a decentralized manner. And they're all using this. This is massive. Now, forget ISO 222. It's all about ISO TC 307. If you can't see it now, remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but for me, Quant is the daddy. You can't beat it. It is huge. So, as a trader, you might understand your emotions and mindset. That helps you identify when you're acting irrationally. Imagine losing $1, $10, or losing $100. Not ideal, but you're still alive. Now imagine losing a couple of $1,000. That's probably enough to, get you into a bit of a panic. And panic can make you believe in ways you've never ever expected. That's why you have to understand that the crypto psychology. If you don't, you can be swept up in a heat of moment by hype or by panic. Now, a successful trader learns to manage emotions, even when everything else is pretty much damn well losing. How? Now, create a set of trading rules and stick to them. Lay out your decision in advance and remove the emotions from the equation as much as possible. And the rules you should cover at a minimum. These are the basic rules. Remember, this is not financial advice. I keep reiterating that you should always do your own research. So these rules are limits on how much you're willing to gain or lose, the price where you'll enter or exit a trade. If you hit a specific profit target or loss, either take the money or cut your losses. Most importantly, educate yourself. Commit yourself to doing your own research. Study the charts, study a bit of TA. Arm yourself with the right tools and strategies to make better decisions. Stay flexible. Experiment with new ideas, such as testing different stop losses. Experimenting and researching is everything because it's learning. And as we learn through experience, through our cognition, that's how we get better. And remember, not financial advice. Do your own research. This is what this is all about. Cheers, guys, and I will catch you tomorrow.
Remember, this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research.